Oh, champ. One of Drake's top glazers in DJ Akademiks is actually exposing Drake. All right. He's exposing the truth behind his last album. He's exposing the real reason why Drake has beef with so many men in the industry. I want y'all to hit the like button and share the video. This is going to be pretty crazy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Salute to the chat. Run up the likes. But first, we do gotta hit that theme music before we start. Let's get it. Come on, gang.
Yo, Poops. Mornings was hash browns. Yeah, niggas, yeah. Yo, I can have a brand new start again. As long as LA ain't cheap with the marketing. As long as my fan base know I'm a part of them. Speak from the heart again. Low button down with the cardigan. 1.5 with the grain, half moon part again. Stayed on top cause I outsmarted them. Everybody's a rap. Yes, this is the part of them. Political forever, but it's back to the art again. Blessing your speaker. The dope costs less cause it's weaker. My hustle game was best off the beeper. Out in the world, nigga won't hug you. Over the phone in jail, tell you that he love you. Probably go further and get a nigga to plug you. Murder in the first, it's nothing for me to snub. Had me going to court the whole last year. One layer player over the cashmere. Different type of nigga, I love what y'all fear. Love different type of money, come get it, it's right here. 50% is ass, 50% is queer. So that's why whenever you see me, I'm over there. Whole nother bracket, full metal, whole nother jacket. Kill him twice, whole nother ratchet. Little niggas be so faded, they don't even know the dope fiends relocated. The hood is like tires that need to be rotated. And high speed balance, getting money's a high speed challenge. Come on, nigga, why you think I speak balance? Party with gorillas and killers that move silent. 25 to life for a casket, you lose talent. Loaded 45 in the mask, now Duke Stalin. That's only for a minute till they troop them to the Allen and the Bloods tear them up or the Brooklyn niggas pound them. You know my style, like to leave them like I found them. Raw day on his block, leaking like a found leak. Don't make sense for Obama to win. Hillary getting the votes from your mama and them. These niggas is finished, so I'm a
goddamn button! Push a goddamn button! Push a goddamn button! Push a goddamn button!
It's the bam. Welcome to Showface. News. You call me what you want, just don't call me woke. You're not rocking with the town favorite. Showface News is Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Check it out, gang. All right, Akademiks is out here exposing Drake again. I think every time Ak does this, it's because Drake is not responding to his good morning text. I want y'all to hit the like. I want y'all to share the video. We're going to jump right in. Salute to the chat. Take a look.
Have you ever heard this story, chat? This is like such an interesting story. I want to hear how what you think about all of this. This is like funny as hell. Okay. And I want to hear you guys like break down on this because I've been listening to all the songs that kind of chronicled like Drake's relationship. So let me give you the layout and then I'll play it. Drake was like heavy in love with like some random Instagram model. I guess she's like Moroccan or something like that from like Canada. Apparently she was like a scammer or whatever she used to do. Like she used to be like finessing or whatever. And he basically was like doing everything. But I can't tell if he was really just simping and tricking or he just was trying to keep her on his roster.
Now, hold on a second, gang. Hold on a second. Remember, Drake has another association with a girl who's doing illegal things. Remember Snow from the Monkey app where Drake was seen flirt with minors? Remember that? Remember that? Yeah. Why is it that there's another chick who's doing illegal federal crimes as well that Drake is attached to again? We need to put this together. Why is it always him with these girls that are doing illegal things? I'm just asking. So Akademiks is talking about this IG model that Drake was madly in love with, who was also a scammer that he did some things about. What are those things? Run up the likes, smash that like. Let's keep it going. Arch him.
Wow, because we've never seen Drake really commit to nobody, right? Looked like he was about to do it to Rihanna, but that didn't happen, right? So anyway, Drake goes on Yachty's show like years ago. And if y'all know the story already, my bad if I'm regurgitating. But really, I've been like today I went down a rabbit hole. I was like, what the Drake said on Yachty's show.
I once did like 3 hours of prosthetics. Like so I could attend somebody's court date that I cared about. Because they were in trouble for something.
That's deep.
Yeah. And I walked in as like a 80-year-old man, and everyone was like, is that Drake as an 80-year-old? It definitely was like, I'm not like, yo, I had one of the like best Hollywood makeup artists in the world, and they were still like, that's definitely Drake.
Yachty laughed like a whole dot, bro. You heard that laugh, bro, did? Gang sounded like SpongeBob or the Rugrats or something. Bro sounded crazy. Nigga sound like he was going down a roller coaster. But instead of a roller coaster, he was really going down Frank. Our champ. Y'all hit the like, share the video, gang. Let's proceed. My fault.
That's crazy. That's
It did
crazy.
not work.
Okay. So I'm trying to fast track this story for y'all. It was just some random shit I kind of found out. It's kind of almost because of, I don't be on TikTok, but like I guess it was a TikTok video that went viral. Anyway, so that picture is like Drake supposedly with prosthetics going to a court hearing or whatever the case is. And I don't know why he had to try to dress not like himself to go to this.
So this ain't blackface, though? This is not the story of adding on again? Bro, you're literally half and half doing blackface. This ain't blackface, gang? I'm not wilding, bro. This is not Drake in blackface, gang. This ain't that, bro. This ain't him fronting to be a black American. Am I reaching, gang? What are we doing? This is not blackface, gang. This isn't black fishing. No. You tell me if I'm wilding in the chat. By the way, we got a lot of people in the building, so you gotta run the likes up. Get the likes all the way up, gang. Salute to y'all. But we gotta run up the likes. Let's continue.
Court hearing, but this is the girl here. And apparently there's like a long history with him and this girl. He's mentioned her mad times. And apparently, if we're talking about beefs he's been in, you can say whatever about the one with him and Kendrick, but apparently he was beefing with Dylan Brooks over this girl. This is like crazy. Like this just like blow my mind because I was listening to these songs. I never knew who everything was going at. But apparently her nickname is like Baby M, right? Let me give you like the short of everything. Apparently this chick, I don't know if she's an escort, whatever she is, Drake blew millions of dollars on her, right? Like, you know, I don't know why, right? I guess he sung about it and rapped about it. Apparently she was some scammer or something. She went to court. She got locked up. Apparently Drake bailed her out, paid all her lawyer fees and restitution, which was like $600,000, bought her a G-Wagon, right? And after all of that, bro, she ended up on Dylan Brooks, who every.
Oh, I know this. I know where this is heading, shit. Oh, she used you. You bailed her out. She went to jail. And then she started letting another man thrash, right? Oh, yeah. And then what happened, Drake? You dissed him, didn't you? You dissed him because the girl that you was trying to save was a treat this entire time, and you thought she was better than that. You tried to Marvin's room one of these IG thotties, one of these untrusted Instagram women. You tried to court her, champ. You tried to give her your all, champ. All right, but you was not the man in the garden, champ. There was another man in her garden, though. Let me say that. There was a man in her garden for sure. Please believe, okay? All right. Y'all hit the like, get the like. Yo, run up them likes here. We got too many people in the building. Can we get to 300 likes, please? And thank you. 300 is a good enough for right now. We're going to have to run it up more, but 300 likes, gang? Can we run it up? Let's do it. Salute to the chat, man. Let's continue.
Everybody knows it's just the annoying nigga from Memphis Grizzlies who then played in Toronto for a little bit. Now he's on the Houston Rockets. And apparently Drake was like tight about Shorty. And if you listen to Drake's lyrics, Drake starts dissing Dylan Brooks, not only for that, but for some other reasons too. Cause like I'm going to show you the thing. Like he did like a Q&A. And essentially, I kind of have a lot of respect for this chick. She finessed millions out of Drake, finessed probably hundreds of thousands and millions out of Dylan Brooks. She's with none of them. And they're like in like this kind of war or simp wars or.
So y'all fighting over a shorty who don't want none of y'all. Okay. I thrashed, you thrashed, but she's not with any of us, but we still fighting because you thrashed the person that I was thrashing. That's insane. Salute to Mystery Monk with $2 in town taxes who says, still with absolutely zero lineup. Yeah, black facing with zero lineup is insane. I ain't gonna hold you. And then he also says with another $2 in town taxes, he forgot that Marvin's Room is actually a strip club. All champ. Salute to Mystery Monk for paying his town taxes, keeping the IRS off of his back. This is absolutely sick, gang. So this is where all of the wars start for Drake, when someone else thrashes his woman. The same reason why Future and Drake got beef, because Future might have thrashed a woman Drake wanted to thrash, and he thrashed before he did, so now he has an issue with it. Is he going to sue Future next for thrashing a woman before he got to because he laid eyes on her first? I guess we're going to see in 2025. I ain't going to lie. There's always room for more lawsuits, right? Run up the like, smash on the like. Let's proceed.
Trick wars between each other while this chick is just running it up. And then Drake uses her as an interlude for his mother, not interlude, but like an interlude for one of his songs where she is, I don't know if he secretly recorded her. She's talking shit about Dylan Brooks, talking about how broke he is. And it's kind of crazy because like I think Drake is using it as a flex, like, yeah, nigga, she says you were broke as shit and I'm rich as shit. Like, damn, girls have it so easy. Drake is flexing on how much he did for her while calling the other nigga who she also, because here's the reality about it. These girls, whether they air mattress or private jet, that's a jumbo jet like 2 million feet in the air, she's still the y'all. But this is kind of super interesting. So this is the surety here. This is like pictures of her and Drake. So it's kind of recent, right? Drake is like, yo, more life to the real bad kid, my evil one. We locked in. He even tagged her, right? If you want to see the girl.
Look at Drake, man. Look at the body language in this picture. Drake got his hand like this, like. And Shorty got her head like this. She wearing the pants, gang. She wearing the pants because you over there like a whole woman going like this. And Shorty over there got her arms up like this, gang. Aw, champ. You was a whole thotty, gang. Aw, champ. You was madly in love. Aw, champ. Nasty work. Salute to Miss Rack to you with $4.99 in town taxes, who says, if you find a sucker, lick 'em. Trick of the year. Super trick. More tricks than Houdini, right? Houdini can't trick like this, champ. I ain't gonna lie. This is disgusting. Look at the flick. Oh, champ. Oh, champ. Disgusting. Smash on the like, gang. Run up. We got 20 people in the building, gang. We gotta run up the mic. Let's get about 400 likes, shall we? 400 likes will do. Can we run it up to 400 likes, gang? We got the room lit. We gotta at least get 400 likes. Come on, gang.
This is how she looks. Which I'm like, yo. I'm like, it would make sense that Drake Like no matter all that Drake falls for like some Toronto scammer, right? Who got him bent up. Anyway, this is Shorty right here. I don't know. What y'all rate her? 10 out of 10? I don't know. I guess. Are these real or fakes or some fake? Whatever. Cool. Anyway, I guess this is flavor. Yo, what happened to Drake saying he likes BBWs? Yo, did Drake finesse us with that, bro? These chicks do.
You only asked him because you yourself is a BBW. Did you know that, champ? That's why you asking. He said, "Wait a minute, Drake finesse us. He don't like him fat. Drake didn't tell me this morning. You finesse us with the BBWs. That's why Drake don't text me back because he finessed us with the BBWs. This was all a lie because he ain't text me back this morning. He's still waiting for that text back from Drake. He ain't get it yet. He's talking about himself when he say BBWs. Very ironic, right? Yeah, he first you was hating on Maul, now you hating on Shorty now. Nigga wish it was him. All champ. Run them lights up. Stop playing. Come on, gang.
Do not look like the chicks that he was telling us he liked at the beginning of his career. Or maybe he's changed it. He just changed what he likes. Anyway. Now a few songs his catalogs his relationship with her. Obviously, there's he mentions this girl on Central C Freestyle Drake when they did the on the radar freestyle. The dude, I think he says something about her. I guess he calls her Baby M. Like, I don't know what the fuck. He says on the line, he says, I tell Baby M what she did to the kid. Then I line her like emo. She don't rock my clothing line when we had one shirt to go with the jeans, though. Now, man like me and Clint can't afford. Okay. So that was like I don't know. I don't know if that's a shout out or a diss. But then, if you go to another song, which is called Another Late Night with Drake, he mentions, or he's like aiming at, remember, she was fucking with Drake, stops dealing with Drake, and goes to Dylan Brooks. And Drake just started dissing Dylan Brooks. Hey, think about this pill I took, pillow talking, shorty rinsing Dylan Brooks. I can't believe this nigga's talking. And apparently she gets with Dylan Brooks, right? So he's piping her out, which me, I look at.
You're a cornball, bro. If Shorty moved on, so what? You're not cool, bro. You're not cool at all. You still chasing shorties that don't want you. Who cares, bro? Women come and go, gang. If you got all this status and all this money, you shouldn't be worried about if shorty's moving. There's too many to go around. There's enough fish in the sea, gang. You focused on one. There's too many to go around. Let's get to some town taxes. We got the homie Moriba Moraine with $199 in town taxes who says, paying late fees, IRS pulled up on me. Y'all champ, well, it's a good thing they ain't kick your door now. I'm just saying. Salute to you, though. Then we got Earth Daddy, $4.99. You got to change your name because I'm not calling you that. All right? If he's sweet, eat. Oh, champ. Well, whatever that be. Salute to you, Earth. I don't call nobody daddy, champ. I ain't gonna lie. Salute to you, though, all right? Let's get back to the content, man. Smash on the like. We got a lot of people in the building. I want y'all to run them likes up, gang. Get these likes together. Stop playing. Let's get them up. Salute to y'all. Let's continue.
First of all, by the way, I'm not speaking down on the boy because I need him to trick and simp like this that we could get this music. This music is fire. And there is also an angle where he uses these random thoughts or escorts as like just muses to make great music, and that's amazing. That's cool. But when you hear the story, you're like, what the fuck? So I actually like that he does this, but usually sometimes I don't know the story till it's mad late. Okay, anyway. And obviously I'm not asking him about this shit. Like, no, this is part of the music creation process. You know what I mean? You got to go trick on some bitches, simp on them. spend millions on them, and then make a good song. Cool. So, it's not even really about the girl. It's more about the Dylan Brooks thing. Because I'm like, wait, Drake had a beef with Dylan Brooks? Yo, what? Drake was. Wait, I thought this was a shout out, but it says Shorty rinsing Dylan Brooks. So apparently Shorty, the chick was fucking using Dylan Brooks for flights. He was buying her shit. All type of stuff was happening. And let me see. What's this shit called here? Oh, Dylan Brooks. And apparently their issues also came out. It's always about a girl, ain't it? That's why it's easy to say why when people are like, yo, why everybody switch up on Drake? It's always over a girl. Listen to this. So apparently when he was playing for like Team Canada, I guess during the Olympics or something like that, which by the way, ain't this Shea Gilligas or whatever his name is? I know he was Canadian. But anyway, they did like a Q&A on Team Canada about who would you pick, Drake or Ryan Reynolds? Is Ryan Reynolds from Canada? I'm guessing so. And everybody on the team picked Drake, but Dylan Brooks said Ryan Reynolds. Listen.
Canadian, Drake or Ryan Reynolds?
Drake. All right, Drake.
Drake.
Drake. I'm gonna go with Drake.
Drake.
Drake. Drake. I'm a Drake guy. Drake. Drake. Ryan Reynolds.
Everything.
And apparently it's because, they're smashing the same girl, right? So Drake basically, is, which by the way, women have it so good. Like Drake.
You fighting over one is crazy. Devaluing yourself is insane. Salute to Mystery Monk with $5 in town taxes, who says, we all know there's plenty of fish in the sea, but Drake only wants tilapia, mud sharks, and grape fish. Oh, Chad. That's an unfortunate truth right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's unfortunate, but true. Salute you for paying those town taxes, keeping the IRS off of your back. Listen, gang. This is sick. This is absolutely sick, gang. Right? People have been championing this disgusting incel behavior from Drake for way too long. And still, and I mean still, are still pushing this narrative on this lame behavior as if it's cool. Nothing he does is cool. He's not a player. He's not P. He's none of these things, gang. He never will be. All right? He's just a weirdo, right? That does weird things, right? He's a weird guy who allegedly impregnates different escorts and strippers. Y'all run up them likes. We got a lot of people in the building. Run up the likes. Subscribe to the channel. Let's proceed. Oh, champ.
He's rapping like, yo, I got more money, this and third. The girl don't give a she's getting from both of y'all, right? Hey, thinking about this, took pillow talking. Shorty rinsing Dylan Brooks, which means she's using my guess. Can't believe this nigga talking damn. I think this is after he picked Ryan Reynolds. My bank account is Magnolia Millie rocking. Okay. And then I found out that same girl, right? Shorty here, if I can find her again. Let's see. Where is her picture? Then we find out that Shorty here, he rapped about on Hours of Silence. So Drake has a song, Hours of Silence, on Her Loss. And if you hear the lyrics, supposedly, like, this is down bad Drake. Listen how Drake is talking about this chick, bro. She must have that fire. Listen to how he's talking about this chick. And apparently this is all real, right? He says, I guess he's like, I don't know if they went through a fallout or something. He's like, yo, but it's my fault. He said, but I turn you. But by the way, the whole chorus is saying, gotta turn my. So you know what that means. I gotta give you every dollar my fans gave me, right? Yo, women have it so easy. So he's like, yo, but I turn you up. It's my fault. Burning cash like it's lit on fire. Penthouse and soon you retire. I fulfilled all of your desires because you know that you're mine and it's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. For once, I take accountability. It's my fault that you got superpowers on your knees. Oh, yeah. So she's a.
Oh, champ. He's a gawk. He's a gawk goddess, apparently. A gawk goddess of some sort. Powerful on her knees. Top Flight with the $2 in town taxes, who says Ack would definitely sniff a couch cushion Drake sat on. That's definitely fact. He would sniff all of the essence off of the cushion. All of Drake's bun residue would be removed from that couch. You're right. It's just the truth. Sorry, champs. Okay, but this guy's down super bad, bro. You took a chick that's used for recreational purposes by rappers, actors, and all types of rich gentlemen. Okay, you took this chick, you put money into this chick, and you are acting like this is the one. A Instagram model could never be the one. A OnlyFans model could never be the one. But you keep simping to these treaches, these scallywags, champ, recreational beings. You continue to simp as hard as you possibly can, right? Singing and crying your heart out on these trashy records that nobody cares about anymore because they're not making no sales. But you be simping extra hard to these treaches as if they're not treaches. Nah, they're superior treaches, champ. Right? Treaches like no other. She just finessed a couple mil off of you and Dylan Brooks. And you and Dylan Brooks is fighting whole time. She is on her way. All right. She's on her way to another country with your money to thrash another person. All right. Sloppy second poppy, they say. Salute to Uncle Dut in the chat. Sloppy second poppy, you heard? Never forget it. Run up the likes. Smash on the like button, gang. Let's keep it going.
The throat. Oh my God. Let's look at her again. Yo, these chicks that be having like the blow up lips, they be clearly she must, right? He says she got superpowers on her knees. Holy. God damn it. Crazy. Bumbo clot. All right. So he raps or he sings. He says, "It's my fault for once. Don't keep you grounded on your feet. It's my fault for once. I drain accounts to make you love me." Now, this is crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, hey, it's part of the music creation process. It's just...
I drain accounts to make you love me is disgusting. Ugh. Ew. I'm draining money to make you love me? Hey, yo. You are not a man, sir. Oh, no. You not a man, bro. I'm wasting money on you. I'm spending hard-earned money for you to love me. Ah, you trying to buy love from a tree? Oh, champ, that's pretty disgusting, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Ugh. Oh wait. We got town taxes. We don't get into in just a second, man. We got C. Bronson the 13th with 199 in town taxes, who says Champagne Avi is his real name. He ain't Spanish. Well, he for sure ain't Spanish. I ain't gonna lie. But this type of simping is deadly. This is scary simping. This nigga said, I'm spending all of my hard-earned money till you love me. I will keep buying and buying and buying my way into your heart. This is disgusting, bro. Ugh. Run the likes up, gang. Let's smash on that like button, shall we?
Let's talk about it. He said, "It's my fault for once. It's one-sided loyalty." Yo, it's crazy. Yo, Drake is like the biggest artist in the world. He should be dating like Taylor Swift. How the a Toronto telly ting that's probably scamming out the ass getting Drake to talk like this? What? It's my fault for once is one-sided loyalty. My fault for once I'm paying lawyer fees. What? Doing things just to set you free, to see you breathe. It's my fault for once. I got the wagon, G. Apparently she got a G-Wagon from him, which is crazy. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to show you proof of these things. This shit kind of was, hold on. Wait. Yeah, okay, let me put this over here. Yeah, chat. Trust me, I was a little bit shocked when I seen all this shit. Okay, yeah. So, and apparently the proof of all of this is look at this shit right here, chat. Wait, hold on. Wait, where's the fucking thing at?
I just wanted to tell y'all, I'm sure that Maul has a G Wagon. Ack will never get a G Wagon. Maul got a G Wagon from Drake. Whatever Ack got, I don't know what he got, but it wasn't a G Wagon. But your boy Maul got one. Please understand. Drake definitely gave Maul a G Wagon. Please understand. Please understand. Okay?
Wait, here we go. Is it this? Oh. Give me 1 second. Oh, so here's this. So apparently, so this is her name right here, Myrna Habib. What country is that? Anyway, she was 25 this year or 2022, so she's 27 now. What the fuck they got? This is the U.S. government website too. Collectively, they did 104 months in jail. They had to pay 3.5 million to restitution. What did they do? In a conspiracy to commit wire fraud, scammers, clearly, right? To acquire personal protective equipments, even event tickets. They use whatever to purchase $678,000 worth of tickets to Oklahoma State University athletic events. What the fuck? Okay, so they use stolen credit card. Okay, whatever. Typical scammer shit. If you're from New York or one of these like big cities, every girl that looks good, they're allergic to a job. All they do is scam, right? So she gets in this, and then she was ordered to pay $683,000 in restitution to 8 victims. They're claiming, I don't know if this is true, but like this makes a good story, that Drake supposedly paid the lawyer fees and the restitution for this chick. I'm like, what? Yo, chicks got it easy. Crazy, right? Buys her.
You literally, I mean, this whole time he making Drake look bad. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the general public doesn't really know all of this. Like, we don't just sit around just knowing, hey, Drake is simping to this so-called scammer chick who's an IG model, some Indian joint. Word? Yeah, champ. Yeah, Drake says in For All the Dogs, the album, that, hey, I'm going to spend every last dollar until you love me. You will love me because I'm going to buy millions to your art. I'm going to keep spending every dime until you show me some affection. Like, why, bro? You don't need to do this, gang. It's not necessary, bro. Like, there's other chicks, gang. And you can get a chick that look better than her, all right? Why are you focused on the one chick? There's other women, gang. You get another chick. She's not the only one. She ain't the is or end all. And you doing this with an IG model? Are you insane, bro? An IG model of all people? A scallywag. A good-looking scallywag, but still a scallywag, eh? The nerve of you. You're insane. Run up them likes, gang. Let's smash on that like. Please and thank you. Let's continue.
You're a G-Wagon, right? So pays the lawyer fees, right? He says doing things just to set you free, to see you breathe. Cops the G-Wagon, right? I mean, $1 million nothing to Drake. He's a billionaire, though, right? And he says, got you riding around with niggas that are nothing like me, whatever. So cool. And then there is so this was a restitution shit. And then what else happens? Let me see. I don't know. Maybe that was the end of the story. Oh, he raps about her again. Oh, no. So his beef with, this is the craziest thing ever. His beef with, what's the nigga name? Dylan Brooks. Like, the mere fact that Drake is beefing with a nigga that's not even an all-star. Like, the nigga's barely in the NBA. The nigga basically is a goddamn high school coach, right? Drake puts on one of his songs, Calling For You. He uses her voice, right? I didn't even know this was her. So apparently, you know the annoying girl on that song? It's her. Talking about, I don't know if I could play it without it get flagged because it's a Drake song. Calling For You. So apparently Drake uses as like a little interlude break where she's talking about the vacation that Dylan Brooks brought her on. So, you know, Drake is flexing like, yo, I paid $1 million. I gave you this. I gave you that. And whatever.
So all this means is that the girl you spending all this money on, you cool with her thrashing other grown men as long as she shows you love and affection. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Drake is the type that wants to see his women thrash other men. He might be that type of person. We might have to just say, hey, look, Drake is in some Adam 22 type of things, right? He's Adam 22, okay? Drake is just like Adam 22 gang, right? He's friends with Adam 22 as well, all right? He just like Adam gang. He wants to see his girl get thrashed by other men. Champ. He's into that type of stuff. I think it's that. Because there's absolutely no way you know about your girl, calling her your girl, and she's thrashing another celebrity. And you still paying for her love. Oh, champ. Oh, this is absolutely atrocious. I'm just going to keep it 1,000. This is just too much. Absolutely too much, champ. What's going on? Do you enjoy sloppy seconds or something? You like leftovers, don't you, champ? Oh, I get it.
And she's like, I guess, pillow talking to Drake saying, yo, Dylan Brooks, he's a broke ass nigga. Like, he sent me on a whack vacation. Like, he's not like you type shit. You know what I mean? Which I don't know if that's a flex because y'all both the opposite of her. Like, who gives a whether one paid $1 million and one paid $0? If anything, I'm giving props to the nigga who had her in economy. She was tight. She was in economy. Listen to this.
I'm not playing.
Here. So this is her.
You like me?
Here we go. Okay. It's probably gonna flag it, so I gotta talk all over it, or is it good? All right.
Oh, hell no. You ain't about to get nobody flag. We about to skip over all that, nigga. You about to skip over all that fake sexy drill, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Skipping over all that, nigga. Respectfully. Yeah, we doing that.
Scammer from Toronto saying, yo, Dylan Brooks put me in economy to fly to him. Yo, I asked him what's up with the first class flight. He said it was full. I get on the plane, there's mad seats. Yeah, that's called a finesser. Shout out to that nigga for that. I ain't gonna hold you.
He said economy was full. We was not full.
Turn this bull off. Nigga, turn it off, gang. Salute to Stacy Cornbread, a new member of the town. By the way, watch out for the rats on 53rd Street. They're dangerous. Armed and dangerous rats, by the way. Watch your step. Welcome to Gotham. Welcome to Gotham, all right? Salute to you. You got David D with $4.99 in town taxes who says, this is really telling and super stalker-like behavior by Drake. 1,000%. You're not lying. This is the same thing he did with previous chicks. You see what happened with Rihanna. This guy was so obsessed over Rihanna, he couldn't stop doing things. It was so bad that he went on Saturday Night Live trying to pretend to be Rihanna. That's just how crazy the guy is. Real talk, gang. Smash up on the like, run up the likes, gang. Run up the likes. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. But get these likes up. We need those. I ain't gonna lie. Salute to the chat. Let's continue.
You said economy was you said there was no first 14 seats.
Yeah, 12, 14 seats that I'm not paying for. Yeah.
I sound like I was like in jail still or something.
This guy's a weirdo. Nigga, I don't want to hear none of these OVO jingles. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't want to hear none of these OVO jingles, you heard? None of that. None of that, right? None of that, respectfully. I don't care about this Indian Trish from Instagram neither, by the way. I don't care.
Who's a lead player in the Raptors now? He's probably punching up in her tummy. Lead player on Raptors. God damn it. RJ Barrett? Oh, yeah, he punching dick too.
What? Hey, yo. That's absolutely insane. He said they Frank punching stuff in her stomach, champ. Nothing but Frank punching. All right. Hey, yo.
That's probably like the popping chick that if you're the guy in Toronto, you get the fuck, right? Oh, Scotty Barnes hitting it too. Holy. He looked like he cheap though. He probably put on a Greyhound. Is a nigga named Grady Dick? Yo, what's going on with Toronto, bro? I've never seen some of these niggas a day in my life. Pause. All right.
You wanted to cry.
Oh, now I know this nigga not trying to play. Yo, bro. Nobody want to hear all that, man. You don't want to hear that. Oh, champ. Niggas not trying to hear all that, gang. Skip all that. You niggas is wildin', bro. Absolutely not. No, gang. And we don't want to hear about you betting who's thrashing Shorty down. That's insane, bro. We not trying to hear all that. Let's get to some more town taxes, as a matter of fact, before we continue. We got one more town tax by the homie Moriba Moraine with $199 in town taxes, who says, act doing background checks like a jealous ex. Not his first rodeo, and definitely not his last. I'm going to just keep it 1,000. Not his first, not his last. Let's continue, gang.
And buddy ass got shit. And they could yeah, I like that shit. I'm sorry. Like, I like when music is real. And it don't got to be about violence. Yeah, Drake is for the escort. It is what it is. I like it. It's real. I could click on her page. And apparently Drake sent a goodbye post to her. Like, Drake really likes this. Maybe I should chill out because she might hit up Drake. Drake hit me with a, yo, Act, that's my ting, bro. That's my ting, Crody. Come on, chill out, Act. Does he like this girl? It's kind of crazy. Apparently this was the post aimed at her. He says, yo, this is crazy though. Yo, girls have it so good. He says, gifted you things. All right, let me scroll down. I hope this is not to her because he got a picture of him and his mom and Adonis. Like, this can't be to this chick who's a scammer, right? Gifted you things with and without barcodes. Gave you every fiber of my soul. Geostones, what the fuck is geostones? That glowed and Chanel flaps that overflowed. I gave you the tools to avoid reaping what you sowed, but somehow different stories are being told on road. What the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, man. I might have to follow this chick, see what she got going on. She got niggas bent out of shape. Word? What is it, the brain? Yeah, she probably sucking. Yo, she probably could smelling through a straw. Is she on OnlyFans?
Oh, champ. Nah, bro. You about to invest. Hey, yo. You either trying to invest or you trying to learn what she's doing to keep Drake happy. Apparently, you want to take some lessons. That's my only guess. You want lessons in Drake's therapeutic sessions. You want lessons, apparently so. All right. Okay. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Fighting for the love of a Trish is disgusting. Fighting for the love of a Trish is alcoholic behavior emo behavior and unmanly behavior. You don't go out here chasing tree spawns, nigga. You fighting for the love of a tree that someone else is currently thrashing. Someone else someone else extracted themselves in this so-called woman that you are madly in love with. Someone has definitely extracted some stuff, all right, inside your woman, champ, or if you want to call her your woman. All right. Listen, man. I don't know what you think this is, but apparently you are a severe alcoholic if you think this is something that may happen. Just saying. Run up the likes for the mayor. Get them likes together, gang. Stop playing. Come on.
Wait, Dylan Brooks hit the game winner tonight? No, he didn't. Oh, man. Drake about to diss that nigga again. Oh, man. That nigga won a game. He ain't no game winner, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? No way he hit no game winner. Let me go look. NBA.com. Does he play? Either Drake really loves this girl or he's just that petty. Like, how do you beef with Dylan Brooks? Nigga, LeBron was about to get that nigga deported. Who was he? He was antagonizing somebody. Oh, no, I think it was Draymond. Yeah, Draymond. And Draymond's just a scrappy player. Draymond was about to get that nigga deported. Come on, bro. Houston did play today. Okay. Did he get some time? Let's see. Houston Rockets. Oh, shit. He dropped 16. Oh, shit. He probably fucking any girl in Houston tonight then. Oh, man. Let me see. Did he hit the game-winning shot? Play-by-play. Let's look at play-by-play. Fourth quarter. Let's go all the way down. No. Van Vliet? Ain't this the nigga who told the ref to... That nigga's very... He got gangster with the refs. No, nah. Dylan Brooks ain't do shit. Oh, he did. He hit up hit. It was 113, and the nigga hit a 9-foot pull-up jump shot to get the lead, and they kept the lead. So he did hit the game-winning shot. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, that nigga about to DM Shorty again. About to DM Baby M. Okay. All right. Anyway, that was just me going.
Let's get to some town taxes, shall we? We got down here. We got David D with $1.99 in town taxes who says, Juicy J said they for everybody. And this is a fact. All right. And Mystery Monk says with the $5 in town taxes, that girl is a city bus and he's just mad other people got the ride for free. Oh, champ. You had to pay a certain type of fare that everyone else didn't have to pay, champ. Oh, champ. Oh, champ. So this next little piece we got here is Akademiks reacting to Charlemagne going crazy on Drake over that lawsuit. Now, if y'all don't know, Charlemagne is one of Akademiks' direct mentors. If you do not know, you know now. Take a look at this. Salute to the chat, man. Run up the mics. Oh, champ.
Opportunity to properly give Drake the credit he deserves for being stupid. But if you haven't heard, last week, Frozen Moments LLC, a company managed by Drake, filed a petition in the New York Supreme Court accusing UMG and Spotify of engaging in a scheme to ensure Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us broke through on multiple streaming platforms, according to the petition. Aubrey Graham claimed woman. Because Drake not only said Kendrick was beating on her, he said that Dave Free, Kendrick's business partner and friend, was the real father to one of Kendrick's kids. So if you're going to accuse somebody of defamation, you must first make sure you too aren't guilty of defamation, okay?
That's a valid point. It's a very valid point. Now, granted, Drake isn't suing, and this is what's lost in it, but I keep saying this is the messaging. Drake isn't suing, or his petition isn't even showing an intent to sue Kendrick Lamar. You get what I'm saying? It has an intent to sue Universal. And this is like this slight dishonest way of how people are talking about this. While I completely agree, right? If we're getting to, oh, you said something wrong about me in a rap song, Kendrick Lamar's wife or girlfriend or baby moms, whatever you call her, she could 100% file a lawsuit against Drake because, yo, bro, you said these things, and let's say if those things aren't true, or even if maybe it is true, but if there's no proof of it, or they solemnly believe Drake doesn't have the proof, hey, you're defaming me, and I'm not a public figure. That's nothing. Remember, I told you about defamation. In defamation laws, when you're a public figure, and I said this specifically with Meg Thee Stallion, when you're a public figure, there is no reasonable expectation of, not necessarily privacy, but people to not, you're part of public discourse. So someone commenting on your appearance, someone commenting on your art, your skill, your talent, it's all for the, it's par for the course. Now it gets a little tricky. I'm not gonna say saying someone's a woman beater, even if they're popular, isn't in the realm of defamation. But if someone says, yo, you're fat, you can't just be like, you defame me, or be like, you can't be like, yo, this guy's a bitch. That's your opinion, and you're a public person, even if it does hurt your, whatever, your career. Kendrick Lamar's wife would have the best argument to say, I'm not a public figure. I'm just not. I'm a private citizen that isn't publicly available, or there is no public discourse about me that I've exploited myself.
Shut up. You got Town Taxes. Salute to Uncle Duck with 199 in Town Taxes, who says, shout out to Brooks for tricking on a budget. He only gave her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He didn't take her to Nobles, okay? He took her to the drive-thru at Wendy's. He didn't take her to Nobles. No. He didn't take her to no 5-star dining, okay? He took her to the drive-thru, champ. Okay? A drive-thru. You dig? She didn't go to Nobles. She didn't go to Ruth's Chris. She went to the Wendy's drive-thru, champ. That's where she went, okay? A mom and pop shop. Every meal was under $10.99. He spent less than $10.99 on everything. On everything, champ, right? He was actually working on a monthly plan for the buns, right? He put the buns on a planner, right? Paying for the whole thing in very small increments per month, okay? He took a monthly deal on the Vag, champ, okay? Run up them likes. Smash on the like button. Share the video. Let's continue.
And someone bringing me into the limelight, especially in a way that might be damaging to whether me and my kids, that easily opens up me to the damages that I would claim in court in a defamation suit. So I agree here, right? But again, this is a great sleight of hand that the entire media landscape been doing. Okay, you're making a good point with the Kendrick wife shit, but Drake is not saying he's going to sue Kendrick. He's suing UMG, claiming UMG's promotion is the defamation. He's claiming UMG used illegal tactics. He's not suing Kendrick. So that's a sleight of hand.
Drake saying that Kendrick defamed him is indeed the pot calling the kettle beige, but that's not even why.
Drake never said Kendrick defamed him. Drake said Kendrick made a song that contained defamation.
Nigga, we don't give a damn about none of that. Why are you suing the label for labeling? Dummy. This nigga's trying to correct everything to make Drake look good. This isn't journalism, nigga. This is glazing, nigga. This is not journalism. Being on your knees is not a form of journalism. I don't give a damn what you say, Ak. The mayor says, no, nigga, you are not a journalist. All right? You are not a journalist, champ. All right? You can never be a journalist, champ. All right? You can never be that. Being on your knees is not a form of journalism. That's a form of glazing, champ. All right? That's a form of glazing. Okay, Frank worship is not journalism. Frank worship is a form of religion, correct? Don't you think, champ? Yeah. Frank love or any type of Frank worship would just be a type of religion, correct? So your faith is Frank. That's all we needed to know. Okay, that's all we needed to know. But let's continue. Run up the mics. Run up the mics, gang.
Right? But he's saying the exact allegations is that the company released it and then promoted it. And that's why because if Kendrick made the song without it being released, at least per his petition, he's claiming he wouldn't care. Right? Which, obviously, and I'm going to also be fair. Some people feel like that's a way to skirt around the real person you want to sue. Like, you want to sue Kendrick, but you don't want to get too much heat. Which I think he's getting heat already, but that might be a point too.
I'm giving him Donkey of the Day. Okay, I'm giving him Donkey of the Day because Drake is proving without a shadow of a doubt that he simply doesn't understand culture. I used to debate with my man Glasses Malone. Drop on the clues bomb for Glasses Malone. You can listen to his No Ceilings podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. I used to debate with Glasses when he would say things like, Drake isn't hip hop. He would say Drake is not culture. Glasses would actually say Drake is Madonna. He's pop. He's manufactured. And after this lawsuit, I have to say, I agree. Because Drake doesn't understand how any of this works. Number one, Not Like Us was very popular. Okay, it's still very popular. It was an instant smash. All right, Not Like Us isn't just a hit record. It's a
I think this moment in time has allowed people the room to say what they've always thought about Drake, and also basically pretty much almost blanketly, from what I've heard from many people, just say, we've never really accepted you as one of us, as part.
Please shut up. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Bro, just accept this. Accept that nigga took a L. You trying to change the temperature of the situation. Hey, guess what? You can't do that. You know why? Because what happened, champ. It's like saying, oh, we watched Holyfield get knocked out. But people always wanted to see Holyfield get knocked out. That's the same thing you saying. They said, well, yeah, he got knocked out, but people always wanted to see him get knocked out. So did he really get knocked out, or did people want to see him get knocked out? Like, nigga, you can't move these goalposts. Okay? You just can't do that. You just can't do that, gang. I think people always just didn't like Drake. Nigga, no, they don't like him now. Like, some people really just don't like him now because of what he did and things they saw. He rubbed them the wrong way. People heard the Hard Part 6 and got a bad taste in their mouth. You can't tell them people how they feel or how to feel. You don't know how many victims of SA and Grape heard the Hard Part 6 and decided to switch it up. Come on, gang. Smash the like, share the video. Let's continue. Or chat.
Culture. Because I don't think this lawsuit means that he ain't whatever. I think if at worst, and we don't know if this is exactly how it thinks, but at worst, this might just show that maybe Drake is caught up in his own bubble, just like every big artist gets to the point where you may lose a little bit of a touch with what the regular folk is saying. The regular folk is saying, oh, nah, this shit lit. And Drake might be like, how is it lit? I don't see it. Remember I said he's probably never heard that song out. And some people took that as I was saying he never heard that song, period. No. he's never been in a public setting, a party, a club, an event, and they played it. So that's almost creating the like you control the atmospheres that you're around, and out of respect to you because you're so popular, they won't even fuck with you to play that song. So you never see it. But if any of y'all have been out and see that song getting played, you see how that there's a vitriol reaction to it, right? It's like a really vibrant reaction. And I think that is something, it's not only to Drake, it's about artists that get to a certain level. Wayne at a point, even though maybe you could argue that Wayne was always just out of touch, when
My mic was muted the entire time. Jesus Christ. Disgusting. My bad, gang. Salute to SAV again, because I clearly didn't unmute my mic. He says Ak went to Rutgers and wasted money on a Glazenism degree, and still can't get Drake on stream. Well, he won't get Drake on stream. That's the thing. He never will get Drake on stream. All right? He never will get Drake on stream, because who in the world wants to be in Ak's room with all those Tito bottles all over the place? You dig? Who wants to be in the same room as him? Who wants to be in front of a bunch of Tito's bottles all over the ground? I don't think he wants to be in the same room as him. At least, maybe, just maybe, okay? Those other streamers have a cleaner environment for Drake to dwell in, all right? Maybe, I don't know. To me, it doesn't look like he intends on being in any black creator streams. Just to be very clear with y'all, okay? I'm just saying. He don't want to be in no black people streams. He's trying to get a new audience. It's that simple. Hit the like button, share the video. Let's continue. Our champ.
Wayne got to that extremely high point, like he lost touch with everything. He ain't know what's going on. He was just in his own world. Most artists you hear get to that bubble, they lose real contact with the common folk because their entire environment and their entire ecosystem is really curated and manicured, right? But to address the thing about Drake isn't culture, or Drake ain't, oh, this who's he's been the whole time, this white boy or whatever the case is, you're telling me one lawsuit, and everybody has filed lawsuits before, you're telling me one lawsuit erased 15 years of you've seen this guy make this type of music, live this type of life, be around these type of people and have these type of traditions, and none of that mattered because of a lawsuit? Also, to be very fair, and let me play a little more.
Rare cultural phenomenon. Records like that don't come along too often. Records like that can't be programmed. I don't care how much money you spend at radio or on playlists, whatever it is. When something is a cultural phenomenon, you can't buy that. Okay, you can't buy culture, Drake. Not Like Us was a cultural identifier for a whole coast. I wouldn't be surprised if California made the state motto, they not like us one day. Right now, their state motto is Eureka. So they need an upgrade. Okay, and They Not Like Us would absolutely be a better motto, but that's what Drake doesn't understand, because Drake is absolutely one of the biggest artists in the world. Okay, he has a cult-like following. Not just a cult-like following, he has some of the most loyal D-Riders on the planet. In fact, drop one of the clues bombs for Drake's D-Riders. There are people amongst us who sit on Drake's the way Drake was sitting on the CN Tower on the Views album cover. Okay, but even with Drake's huge fan base, don't think for 1 second, whatever the label UMG was doing to promote, Not Like Us, they were doing the same thing for you your whole career. Okay, if one of those diss records you put out would have taken off and been a cultural phenomenon like Not Like Us, the record label would have pushed that too. How would you be clowning Kendrick right now if Kendrick said, UMG, you didn't have to let Drake put that record out accusing me of beating my lady. You didn't have to let Drake put that record out saying my child isn't really mine. I'm trying to get you to see why you look like a complete and total sucker, Drake. Okay, not to mention, once again, you are a...
Now, based on his narrative right there, that made sense, but that's not really why Drake is suing, right? We kind of get the reason while reading the petition that Drake has admitted that the goal of this was to lessen his value, and also that they've been in negotiations with no action being taken. And really, he's alluding to the fact that he's trying to get a new deal, right? And because of that, that's the major thing. That's why the lawsuit's filed. The lawsuit isn't filed saying, oh, I'm a sucker because I'm losing. The lawsuit filed is because, hey, we think that you're doing things to gain a favorable edge in a negotiation that we believe is not only unethical, but is a bad business practice that should be regulated and is illegal, right? That's kind of what he's asserting.
Huge artist, but don't believe your own hype too much, because those same tricks you are accusing UMG of doing for Not Like Us, they have done for you your whole career. There was a time when Drake was on the cover of every playlist on the browser page of Spotify. Okay, they did it with Apple too. I think it was called Scorpion Season or something like that. And he took over multiple playlists on the same day. All I'm saying, Aubrey, is stop acting like you haven't been the beneficiary of record label technology. Okay, you being a hole simply because you lost. Simply because Kendrick Lamar kicked your ass lyrically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And anybody acting like this is anything more than Drake's feelings being hurt, you are...
Now, as I said, there's a sleight of hand going on in the media with how they're discussing this. And again, the sleight of hand is not the fact that Drake, even if you want to say, yo, he's being a bitch or he's upset, but he's upset at what he feels is unfair negotiation tactics. He's not upset about.
Shut up. Stop it now. Cut it out. This is disgusting. It's a negotiation tactics. He's not mad about this. It's a negotiation. If you don't remove your mouth from his knob, champ, remove your lips from the man's knob, champ. How about that? Get off of the man's door handle. Why don't you, champ? All right. Let his door handle go. Okay. Let it go. All right. Just do that. Can you please? If this nigga would have won, we wouldn't have this problem now, would we, champ? I don't know. If the man could still do a number one hit, we wouldn't have this problem now, would we, champ? No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't have it. Okay. We wouldn't have these issues, gang. All right. Our champ. We got town taxes from Mariba Moraine again with $4.99 in town taxes. Who says, Act be mad his goat is getting curried. Our champ. I get exactly what you're saying. Salute to you, all right? Salute to you for paying those town taxes. Then we have Amir Prescott, new member. Welcome to the town, champ. Don't forget about those rats on 53rd Street. They are dangerous, okay? Amir also has $5 in town taxes and says Akademiks needs to stop talking. He's not even from the culture. He's literally not. Now, if you want to say he's from Drake culture, you have an amazing point. You would be making it make sense. I'm not going to lie. But all this glazing and taking up for Drake's poor decisions is absolutely atrocious and disgusting. It doesn't make sense. It's not necessary. And you're not a beneficiary of anything by you doing all of this. You're not getting privy to nothing. You're not getting the Lamborghini. You're not getting the G-Wagon. None of these things, okay? It appears that Ag is exposing Drake for being a severe simp. All right, S-I-M-P. He's exposing the man. He's saying that this guy is out here saying that he'll spend every single $1 million until these treaches, these Instagram models love him. He will spend money for the love of a treach, a stripper, a escort, things of that nature. He will pay for the buns with no problem, but he needs to receive love and reciprocation of his energy, champ. He is willing to pay for it, right? He's paying for all types of things, right? He's paying for it, right? He wants to be nurtured, okay? He wants to be fed grape sandwiches with warm milk. How much does he have to spend for a woman, for a treat, a IG model, or OnlyFans girl? How much does he have to pay for this to take place? How much does he have to pay to be comfortable in the arms of a treat? How much does he have to pay, gang? What's the price tag? Is there a one-time fee? I'm just asking. Where do we go from here? I just want to know. Man said he'll spend all of his hard-earned money until he loves her or she loves him. Okay? Every single dollar Drake has done this. And you wonder why he has smoke with everybody. Dissing niggas because they thrashed girls that Drake spent $1 million on. Nobody told you to spend $1 million on this girl, gang. You bought her 5 new cars, and now you're mad that she's letting Future thrash. You shouldn't be surprised, champ. You shouldn't be surprised, right? All of these emo simp wine spritzer records, out of pocket. These songs are not made for men. These songs are made for boys. This nigga doesn't make songs for grown folks, because this is not grown folk music. This music is for people who don't have a problem paying for the buns, who will spend hard-earned money for 5 minutes of pleasure. All right? You make music for those guys. Those the people you make music for, right? Niggas who gotta spend a pretty penny on some cheeks. This is who Drake's music is for. If you're not doing that, this music is not for you. You can't relate. You not like him. You can't relate to that, right? You can't relate, right? He just spent a couple thousand on 2 different shorties tonight, right? He just spent a hefty bag just to clap some yams this very evening. Okay? A pretty penny, a hefty amount, just to clap some yams for this evening, champ. All right? Do the man a favor, gang. Run these likes into the mud. I need these likes to go crazy. Go crazy on that like button. Share the video. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe right now. ASAP, immediately, gang. All right? We on the road to 100K subs. The man's going to make it happen by 2025. Please believe. All right? Salute to everybody in the chat. Like I said before, hit the like, share the video. Join the Discord. Discord link is in the chat. It will be in the description and is in the comments, all right? Join the Discord. We got 700 plus people in it. Soon to be 1,000 people in the Discord. We going crazy, gang. Pay-per-views be in there. We do all types of things in there. Join the Discord, all right? Salute to the chat. And I have a very special announcement for y'all, by the way. A very special announcement. And it goes a little something like, it's the mayor. The one and only real New York man, F. Eric Adams, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe, go to showfacenews.com and copy your merch. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute. a favor and go to showfacenews.com for the brand new mayor merch. Yes, wear the mayor's quotes in style all fall, all winter long. For the remainder of 2024, the mayor will be providing brand new merch each and every month. Alright, look, we have the All Champs tees out right now, as well as the Hug Your Shadow hoodies and tees. Wear the mayor merch in style only at showfacenews.com. Get your orders in, the orders ship fast. Get it right now. Everybody's buying it. Subscribe to the mayor.